In the nascent glow of the Zep Tepi, when the world emerged reborn from the ashes of primal chaos, the survivors of the Great Exodus settled along the banks of the Great River, where the Nile sang vibrant hymns of life beneath a sky encrusted with shimmering stars. On the sacred plain, where the earth seemed to whisper the gods' ancient secrets, the priests, bearers of a timeless wisdom that resonated with the cosmos's pulse, gathered to embark on a monumental endeavor that would mark the world's heart, the creation of the Great Sphinx, an eternal guardian carved from living stone, its leonine head crowned with the radiant power of the sun. The builders, their hands calloused by relentless toil and their hearts ablaze with fervent faith, hewed and shaped the limestone with a precision that seemed to defy the earth's mortal bounds. Each chiseled strike rang like a sacred chant, each displaced block a step toward eternity. The Sphinx, its piercing gaze fixed upon the horizon, was more than a monument, it was a cosmic beacon, crafted to capture the stars' eternal dance and unveil the universe's cyclical truths. Its lion's visage, a symbol of the constellation of Leo, stood majestic, aligned with Regulus, the celestial lion's heart, which blazed on the horizon at the dawn of the Zep Tepi, the first time, heralding a new era. The priests, their robes swaying in the warm desert wind, studied the night sky with reverent awe, discerning that in this cosmic year zero, the North Star was Vega, gleaming brightly in the Lyra constellation, while Hercules, known as the first man, held dominion over the northern heavens. This was the framework of the Zep Tepi, a grand cycle of 25,920 earthly years, divided into 60-degree arcs, each 4,320 years ushering in a new polar star to guide seafarers and spiritual pilgrims. The Sphinx, positioned at the planet's heart, stood as a sacred axis, a fulcrum balancing light and darkness, chaos and order, its presence a testament to the eternal interplay of cosmic forces. Its gaze, sharp as a star's edge, pointed 28 degrees northeast at the winter solstice and 28 degrees southeast at the summer solstice, marking moments of energetic equilibrium when the sun, revered by the gods, reached its zenith. To the south, Orion and Sirius, the star of Isis, rose above the horizon, weaving a celestial tapestry that the priests interpreted as a divine mandate. The Zep Tepi was the genesis of a grand design, heralding the Universal Deluge, a cataclysm orchestrated by the Creator to cleanse the earth and spark humanity's evolution. This deluge, recurring every 25,920 years, was no punishment but a sacred renewal. The priests taught that the Creator, in boundless wisdom, wove these cycles to educate humanity through duality, light against darkness, ignorance against wisdom, chaos against order. Each Zep Tepi offered a chance for the human spirit to ascend, to perceive the universe through enlightened eyes, moving from the soul's blindness to the radiance of knowledge. The Sphinx, with its stone heart and eternal stare, was a sentinel of this mission, warning future generations of the coming flood while guiding them toward humanity's divine spark. As the builders sculpted the Sphinx under the relentless sun, the priests convened in secret conclaves beneath the flickering glow of torches, their voices hushed with purpose as they planned a greater mission. The wisdom of the Zep Tepi could not be confined to the Nile's shores. Thus, the emissaries of the stars prepared to depart, bearing the sacred secrets of constellations, astronomical calculations, and spiritual teachings. With reed boats and caravans laden with scrolls, tools, and relics, they ventured across the four winds, resolute in their quest to sow the seeds of enlightenment in distant lands. Their mission was clear, to turn the wheel of evolution, ensuring the spark of humanity illuminated every corner of the world. In the radiant dawn of the Zep Tepi, when the world was reborn from the crucible of chaos, the emissaries of the stars embarked on a sacred quest, traversing scorching deserts where sands glowed like molten amber, scaling snow-draped peaks that pierced the heavens, and braving seas that roared with primal wrath. They carried the hallowed legacy of the first time to the farthest reaches of the earth. In every land they touched, these priests, joined by builders and kings of distant realms, raised pyramids and temples, each a resonant echo of the Great Sphinx, meticulously aligned with the celestial beacons that had guided their exodus. From the sunlit plains of the south to the emerald jungles of the west, from the fertile valleys of great rivers to the windswept coasts, these monuments stood as radiant pillars of wisdom, weaving humanity into the eternal tapestry of the cosmos. Each pyramid was a silent tome carved in stone, its angles and shadowed corridors inscribed with the esoteric secrets of cosmic cycles. The priests taught these peoples the sacred art of reading the stars, tracking time through the sun's fleeting shadows, and honoring the gods who wove the universe's duality. In far-off lands, kings erected temples with chambers crafted to capture the radiant light of Sirius and Orion, while builders sculpted towering obelisks that marked the solstices, enshrining the energetic balance first sanctified by the Sphinx. These were not mere structures but seeds of enlightenment, sown to nurture humanity's growth, to kindle learning, and to anchor its place within the Creator's boundless design. In the land of the Nile, the Great Sphinx stood as the pulsing heart of the Zep Tepi, its unyielding gaze fixed on the horizon where Regulus and the constellation of Leo blazed at the dawn of the cosmic year zero. The priests who remained honed their celestial craft, etching temple walls with intricate calculations that foretold the stars' eternal dance and the rhythm of the Universal Deluge. Every 4,320 years, a new polar star rose to succeed Vega, guiding mariners across uncharted waters and sages through spiritual quests, a testament that time was a sacred circle, not a fleeting line. Hercules, the first man, reigned over the northern skies, a celestial emblem of humanity's enduring strength and resilience. Yet the Sphinx was more than a timekeeper, it was a stone oracle, a guardian of truths that warned of the next cataclysm. The priests taught that each Zep Tepi ushered in a deluge, a divine purification that allowed humanity to rise anew with a deeper grasp of the cosmos. This cycle, ordained by the Creator's infinite wisdom, was a cosmic crucible where humanity learned through the interplay of opposites, light unveiled eternal truths, darkness taught the grace of humility, and their balance forged enduring wisdom. The Sphinx, with its leonine form and central place upon the earth, stood as the axis of this eternal lesson, urging humanity to evolve toward spiritual perfection. As centuries turned, the pyramids and temples raised by the emissaries of the stars became hallowed pilgrimage sites, drawing peoples from every corner to honor the Zep Tepi and share the wisdom sown by the priests. Kings, inspired by the emissaries' teachings, ruled with the guiding light of Ma'at, balancing strength with compassion in their reigns. Builders, guided by starlit blueprints, crafted new monuments that mirrored the cosmic order, while priests tirelessly watched the heavens, ensuring the spark of humanity burned bright. Their rituals wove a thread of continuity, binding generations to the divine promise of the first time. The Great Sphinx, its eternal gaze piercing the horizon, stood as a steadfast sentinel, its stone heart resonating with the universe's rhythm. Each solstice, as the sun aligned with its precise 28-degree arc, priests gathered at its base, their hymns rising like a river to the heavens, echoing the voices of the gods. The Sphinx, witness to the Zep Tepi and guardian of the Universal Deluge, embodied the divine covenant, that through cycles of creation and destruction, humanity would find its path to wisdom, illuminating the cosmos with the sacred spark kindled by the gods in the first time. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to keep creating videos.